All right, now it's time to build your quarterly plan. So, with those three big focus areas in mind, I'm going to walk you through how you will build a quarterly plan that is completely actionable, that really provides you what you need to hit the ground running and make sure you are going to hit your goals. Now, I am in the example tab of this, and of course, you'll have a blank one in the one that's underlined in blue. But let me show you this example one to get a sense for what this would look like. So we would identify the period here. In this case, we're talking about Q1 of 2019. And then immediately beneath that, we're going to identify three very specific goals that are to be accomplished during quarter one. You'll repeat this process every single quarter. So the first goal in this made up business is to generate $25,000 in income. Now, this may be pulled directly from your plan. So you may have looked at your financial forecast and said, yeah, in Q1, I need to make blank amount of money. Cool. The question then becomes, how do we do that? So let's just walk through goal number one. So I said, yep, our goal, generate $25,000 in income. The next question is, what are the tactics, the actual things we need to do to make that happen? Now, again, remembering there are things that matter more than others. And I only give you space to put about 10 things, and that's it, because you do not have unlimited time. This is the point. You want to choose wisely and choose the things that really have the most impact on your ability to reach that goal. So let's just say in this case, one of the key activities is prospecting. So I might write in, I need to add 5 new prospects to our database every single week. And that is something that I am going to do weekly. I will begin it the first week of January. I will end it the last week of January, meaning it's happening every single week. And my progress, I would track this as we go, would say like I'm ongoing. Now, sometimes it's going to say complete, and I'll give you an example of that as you use it. Now, let's say another thing here in the same goal. I might say, well, after I prospect, I also need to reach out to these potential clients. That might be the second one. I need to contact 5 potential clients each week. Maybe one of my other initiatives in support of this goal is attending 1 networking event per month. So in this case, I note that it's due monthly. Got it? And then I've put a couple of other ideas here. Now let's come down to one of the other goals. So let's just say again in this example business, goal number 2 is to launch a new website refresh package. So this is something that this company wants to sell. New offering. So I would come down here into goal number 2 and again do the same process. All right, if I'm going to launch this new service and sell it to my clients, what do I need to do to make that happen? Well, okay, number 1, I need to map out what this new offer looks like, meaning what's included, what's it cost, right? So first step, map out the new offer. I might say, well, it's due on the 31st of January. And let's just say in this case, I've already completed it. I'd come over here and mark it done when it's done so that I know it's over and I can move on to the next thing. Then I come down and say, all right, I got to build out the pricing model for this. That I might have due a week later, 2/7. Now, what you see through this is that we're really looking at the calendar and saying like, hey, it's not just like, I need to do these things this quarter. It's like, when are they going to happen? And actually holding yourself accountable to making those things happen. And of course, what this really allows you to do is see if you're slaughtering yourself with far too many things to do in any given week. So if we're talking about planning a quarter, we've got 12, 13 weeks, right? What are you going to do in those 12 weeks? What do you need to make happen? Where does it fall? Is it manageable? Is it doable? And you'll know that because as you build this thing out, you're going to get a sense of like, if you have a bunch of things that say that they're due on the same date, boy, you better change something. You need to give yourself some permission to work on things over time and not have them all due on the same day. Now let's come down and look at the last one just again to give you another sense. In this case, goal number 3, redesign our website for the spring season. So in this case, this doesn't even begin really until February. We're saying it's due on 2/15, mapping out the desired changes. Cool, great. Write new copy 2 weeks later, due on 3/1, great. And the very last thing you'll want to do is a scorecard, because what we need to do is not only are we tracking the tactics as we go, but we really want to be looking at, are we hitting the goals, the things that really matter for you to reach your goals at the end of the year. Now, one of them always should be our income. What's the amount of money we're trying to generate in our business or profit? Put a number in there and have that. You may have a client goal in this case, like, yeah, I want to generate 10 new clients. That gives us something very real and very tangible to be able to shoot for. And then, of course, there's project goals in this case where it's like, oh, well, let's finish the website refresh package and get it launched. And let's get the website update completed and ready to go. Our goal is launched, completed, and live. Cool. The result for these cases is going to be done and done. And then we would track, of course, where we wind up financially and how many new clients we have. You follow? Now, this process of building out a quarterly goal, just like with the annual plan, it's living and it's breathing. And the way you know that is because we're tracking progress as we go. So the way this looks in my business is I create this on a quarterly basis. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing with you throughout the course of the year inside our community, is leading you through a quarterly planning session. Then, once it's done, I print it. And I actually like to have a printed copy that I just keep with me at all times. It's like the front page of my binder. Like, this is what I absolutely have to crush this quarter. Because in everybody's business, there are a lot of distractions. There are a lot of things that are going to pull on your attention and draw you in their direction. And the important thing to remember is that it's not about doing all the activities. It's about choosing wisely. It's about choosing the things that have the most immediate and direct impact to you reaching your goals, whatever your goals are. There's always going to be a lot of competing things for your attention and lots of to-dos and stuff, right? We want to be choosing wisely, and this process, especially here of identifying the tactics that actually support you reaching your goals, helps you stay focused, helps you stay on track, doing the right work, and really sort of tampening down the craziness of all the other stuff that's going on in the background, because it's distraction. If you do these things, you're setting yourself up to win. And of course, if at the end of the quarter you realize, well, I didn't reach my goals, now we have a question of being able to look at it and say, well, did I execute the plan? If you did, and you did everything as you said, then what we know is that we didn't identify all the right tactics. We're going to need some new tactics to hit these goals. On the other hand, if you didn't execute all these things, let's say these were the tactics you identified, but when it came to progress, it was like, I didn't do any of them. Well, then we have a different issue at hand. It's that we're not executing our plan. Okay, really powerful information. And that's going to help you build a really great quarterly plan as you move forward. You follow? All right, you've got this. Build out your quarterly plan. Reach out if you have any questions at all. I cannot wait to support you as we move throughout the course of the year. We'll be doing quarterly and monthly goal check-ins, and it's going to be awesome. Talk to you soon.